Okay.
All right, guys. Coach Todd here with Elevation Coaches. I am excited to be here giving you guys a sneak peek into what coaching is all about and what coaching is like when you become a member of the team Elevation Coaches, which I am the founder of and the leader of. And again, welcome to the call. Thank you guys for being here. I'm going to explain a little bit about how this call is going to work. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to share my story, how I got started as a coach, and some background to becoming a coach. And then we're going to get into a lot of the frequently asked questions about coaching. I get them, I don't think I've received a new kind of question about coaching in the last 3 years. Pretty much everybody has the same questions, and we're going to cover a lot of those today. And then we'll get into what type of coach you are if you are not yet a Team Beachbody coach. We can get into how you want to pursue what you hear today on this call. So with that being said, I want to share a little bit about my story. Back in 2010, I had attempted P90X 6 times, and I was in my downstairs bathroom, and I had my shirt off in the mirror. And I just looked at myself. I was like, what have you let happen to yourself, Tom? And I decided that day on my 7th attempt of P90X that I would see it through. And I actually did. I saw it through for the entire 90 days. I missed about 10% of the workouts, but the biggest part was I stayed committed to my nutrition. And the biggest part of having success with that was my own coach who helped me lay out a meal plan. Actually, he shared his meal plan, and I just followed it exactly. And I ended up after 6 months, and that would be a round and a half of P90X and 1 round of Insanity the Asylum. I lost 60 pounds total. I went from 228 down to 168 pounds. And I've gained a lot of muscle since then, but I have not gained that weight back in the last 5 years. And the key to that success and that lasting success has been the Team Beachbody community. Both me being involved with a team and a coach overseeing me, holding me accountable, saying, "Hey, Todd, did you take your did you drink your Shakeology this morning? Did you get your workout in? I saw you haven't posted in the group in the last week. What's going on? Are you still on track to hit your goals?" And that really, really focused me. And as I progressed in my journey and started to see results, there was a lot of people, just friends, family, people at church, people at work, and who were asking me, is like, "Holy cow, what are you doing?" Because I was buying new clothes like every 2 weeks because the old ones didn't fit anymore. And it was a very expensive process to lose 60 pounds. I didn't realize, like, at the time I had gotten a new job where I moved into sales engineering, so I was around customers more. So I had to buy all these dress clothes. And I bought about $800 worth of slacks and dress shirts and ties, all this nice stuff. And then I lost 60 pounds and I had to give it all away. So, and I gave it away on purpose so I could never go back to there. I don't want to spend that much money on that size clothes ever again. But Team Beachbody played a huge role in that, like I said. And as people began to ask me, "Todd, what are you doing? Can you help me with my nutrition?" My coach reached out to me and said, "Todd, I see you online helping other people, and you have gotten phenomenal results. You're basically a walking billboard for P90X. And what do you think about becoming a coach?" I was like, "Well, I've never really thought about it, but I have been wanting to try Shakeology." So I decided to become a coach. And this actually happened before I started promoting myself as a coach. This happened, I believe it was like 2 months before I got my final results. And so I started drinking Shakeology, and I basically got it for the discount. So I was getting Shakeology for $90 instead of $120 at the time, and started drinking that. That helped me immensely, and it just took off from there. I decided to start helping people, really focusing on helping people. The first thing, I got my first commission as a coach when someone got P90X through me, and it was like a $30 commission. I was like, "Wow, that's really cool. I'm helping someone get results, and Beachbody just paid me for that. And that's when it clicked. Like, I could make a difference, not only in the lives of a lot more people than just the people in my immediate sphere of influence, but people all over the world. Like, I could literally change their life with the information and experience that I have. So that's what I pursued. I started making YouTube videos. I started making blog posts, sharing about nutrition, sharing about workout techniques, sharing about struggles, sharing about successes, all kinds of stuff. And my business grew and grew and grew until the point where I came home and told my wife one day that, honey, you can quit your job. Like, our dream of you being home with our kids, like, you can do that now. And it was an amazing, amazing day. And it was so cool writing, like helping my wife word her resignation letter so that she could turn it into her work and say, I'm going to stay home with my kids. That's my priority. That was just a huge blessing. And we got to do that because of the opportunity that Beachbody provided. And while we're going through this, I want you to ask yourself the same question: is what do I want my life to look like? What are some goals that I have? Maybe you have financial goals. Maybe you have goals with how you want to spend your time. Maybe you have goals of how you don't want to spend your time, and you just want the choice. Okay, think about the life that you would design for yourself. And while we're going through these frequently asked questions about becoming a coach, ask yourself if you can see this opportunity as the opportunity that will help you reach those goals. For me, it was, because I am incredibly passionate about helping other people, seeing a change in them, and I'm incredibly passionate about, my own fitness journey and the products that I used that helped me get there. And if you're on this call, you were probably invited by me or another coach from Elevation Coaches, and that's a huge compliment that you're here, because they saw it fit to invite you to this, because we don't allow everyone on our team. We're very selective with who we allow on our team. That's one of the great things about being a coach, is we get to choose who we work with. And if you've been invited to this call, it's because we see in you the potential to be very successful. And that's a high compliment, and I hope you guys recognize that. So with that being said, think about the life that you want to design and ask yourself if Beachbody can help you get there as I go through these frequently asked questions. So the very first question, and the most common one that I get, is how much money does it cost to start as a coach? And that depends how you want to get started as a coach. So there's a few things. A lot of coaches, they get started with a challenge pack. And what a challenge pack is, it's a discounted bundle that comes with a workout program and Shakeology together. And if you already have Shakeology, then you might not need a challenge pack if you're already getting Shakeology. Challenge packs vary in price, anywhere from $140 all the way up to $305. And when you sign up as a coach and you get a challenge pack, at the time of signing up as a coach, they actually waive your coach startup fee. And that coach startup fee is $39.95. So think about it this way. I had someone explain coaching to me this way. She said, I've looked into starting businesses before, and I've looked into buying into a franchise. And let's just take McDonald's, for example. Let's say you wanted, God forbid, if you wanted to start a McDonald's and you're on a health and fitness opportunity call. I hope you don't want to start a McDonald's. But let's say you wanted to build a franchise. You wanted to franchise McDonald's. And just to get started, you're in it $500,000 already just for the brick and mortar business, property, and equipment to run that business. So you're already in the red. With Beachbody, it costs $39.95 to start a business that can earn you 6 figures a year. That should be illegal. That leads me into my next question: is Beachbody coaching one of those pyramid scheme things? And first, let me just say this. I hope that anybody who knows me on this call does not think that I would ever be involved in something that was illegal. And I think if you know me well enough, you know my character, that I would never be involved in something like that. So I did my research, and I've and I made sure before getting into this, because I had the same question. A lot of these questions that I'm going to be addressing tonight are questions that I had. Is this one of those pyramid scheme things? No. Okay. A pyramid scheme is defined as you getting paid to sign up other people. Okay. And that's not what happens with Beachbody coaching. Let's say you decide to sign up as a coach tonight. I receive no incentives and I don't earn any money if you sign up as a coach tonight. The only way that I am able to benefit financially, and the only way that you will be able to benefit financially from signing up another coach, is if they purchase something, or if their customers purchase something, if their team members purchase something. So the reason Beachbody coaching is not a pyramid scheme is because there is always a transfer of product or service. And that is the key to, and a lot of people say, well, you know, the people at the top are always the most successful. The people at the bottom always get the short end of the stick. But there's no other business model where the person at the bottom, on their own terms and in their own time frame, can rise above the ranks above them. Think about your current place of employment. I work at an engineering firm, okay? And it would literally be impossible for me in my current position to ever earn more money than the CEO of our company. It will never, ever happen. But with Beachbody, I can earn as much money as I want as long as I'm willing to put in the work. And I can surpass the income of anybody above me, even the people that got in from day one with Beachbody. So no, this is not a pyramid scheme. This is a legitimate business opportunity that is recognized by the Better Business Bureau with an A+ rating for Team Beachbody. So no, it's not a pyramid scheme. The next question is, how much money can I make? And this is the beautiful part about coaching. You can make as little or as much as you want, because it's all dependent on how many people you are willing to help and how much effort you're willing to put into that. Your income with coaching, and this is what excites me, your income is a direct reflection of how many people you're helping as a coach, how many people you're inspiring, how many people you're motivating. So if you're not making any money with coaching, it's because you're not helping anyone. It's not up to your upline sponsor coach to make sure you're making money. It's not up to your husband or your wife or your brother or your sister or whoever you want to toss that responsibility on. It's on you. That's the beauty of owning your own business. You get to do it on your terms. You get to spend as much time as you want on it. You get to earn as much money as you want. And the more people you help, the more money you're going to make as a Team Beachbody coach. And, you know, well, Todd, it actually sounds like if I want to help more people, that's going to require some time. Exactly. So that leads me to our next frequently asked question, which is, how much time do I have to spend on coaching in order to be successful? And for me, that was a big time commitment because I had very big goals. And that's what's really neat about coaching as well, is that whatever your goal is financially, that's going to be reflected in how much time. Okay, so before we were so rudely interrupted by CenturyLink and disconnecting my internet, we were talking about how much time it takes to be a successful coach. So becoming a successful coach really depends on what your definition of success is. So if your definition of success is being able to pay your electric bill, that's going to require a much smaller time commitment to coaching than if your goal would be to earn 6 figures a year and travel the globe. Okay, that's a much larger goal financially. So that's going to require that you put in more effort. So for me, I'll give you guys an example of what that effort took to reach where I was, to where my wife could quit her job. So our goal for my wife, and I'm just going to put out a disclaimer that with Beachbody, there are no guarantee of earnings. It is all based on your own efforts. So this is not me claiming income. I don't actually like doing this, but I do it. I hope I do it humbly so that you guys know what's possible with Beachbody. That's what I hope to do in sharing income. my wife was making $45,000 a year at the time at her office manager job. And I needed to replace that income in order to get her out of that job so she could stay home with our kids. So what that required of me, I had to build a $45,000 a year online business in as little time as I possibly could. And the time frame that it took me to do that was 18 months. Okay, and in those 18 months, I actually got up to $60,000 per year. And that was on average working 4 to 6 hours per day on my coaching business. That included reaching out to people and developing relationships with people on Facebook who had similar interests to my own. That included writing blog posts, creating a blog, doing educational stuff and personal development to make me a better leader. That included making YouTube videos, editing those videos, putting them on YouTube, creating all these resources to help people. And again, my income in those 18 months was a direct reflection of how many people I was helping. In those 18 months, I was able to grow from 0 team members, okay, 0 team members on day one, all the way up to 1,500 team members. Your income is a direct reflection of how many people you're helping, and how much time you spend on coaching needs to be a direct reflection of what your goal is that you want to achieve with coaching. So I hope that answers that question adequately. Another question I get is, what kind of training do I get when I get started as a coach? Okay, we actually have a very, very detailed process of getting new coaches started. It's actually going to be starting on Monday, May 9th. It's called, it's a 5-day new coach orientation. And once you complete that, you enter into something called Coach Basics, which takes you through everything you need to know, the basics of how to be a successful coach, what you're going to want to focus on, what you need to be focusing on a daily basis based on your goals. You're going to be working very closely with whoever invited you to this call. Okay, that is a relationship that it's going to continue to build. That person hopefully feels personally responsible for helping you achieve your goal. Because again, even when you become a coach and you bring on other coaches, my hope is to help you help more people, because that's my passion. I earn a lot more than that $60,000 a year right now as a coach, but the greatest passion that I have is when I receive emails from people who've been following me like behind the scenes, and they never email me. Then out of the blue, I get an email. And this has happened on multiple occasions. Like, hey, Todd, I've been following your YouTube channel for the last 2 years. I just want to let you know I've lost 116 pounds, and I've absolutely changed my life. And I want to thank you for all of the resources that you did provided to help me get there. There's no amount of money that can touch years that I had an opportunity to help add back to that person's life. And that's what keeps me fired up. That's what keeps me passionate about pursuing this as a business opportunity, because it's literally changing people's lives, adding years to people's lives, and allowing them to enjoy that time with their families and live a more healthy, fulfilling life, which is my primary mission, is to help people do just that. The opportunity is huge, and you're going to get very, very one-on-one training. You're going to get team training. You're going to get a lot of support. And if you want to just check out the homepage of our team training site, it's www.elevationcoaches.com. Everything else is password protected. You'll get access to all that training once you sign up as a coach after this call. Next question I get a lot, because I do put so much content out there, is, do I need a website and do I need to make videos? My answer to that is, I don't know. Okay, that's what I chose to do. That's, I know coaches who are successful with Periscope and Facebook and Snapchat. I don't understand a lot of those things. I understand blogging. I understand YouTube. I love making videos. I love making a fool of myself on video and, helping people laugh while they learn, hopefully, in my videos. And I think a lot of you guys know how stupid I can be on those videos. So forgive me if it gets a little too silly. But really, you don't need all those crazy resources like a YouTube channel or a blog or anything like that. I know coaches who make six figures a year who don't have a website. They don't have a YouTube channel. They simply build relationships face-to-face with people. Whatever you're comfortable with, as a coach, in order to be successful, we encourage you to step outside your comfort zone to discover what you might be good at or what you might be passionate about. But it's not required to have a website channel. The next question is, do I need results in order to become a coach? And I mentioned this at the beginning of the call, but when I got started as a coach, I didn't have my final results yet. I had about 2 months left in my journey and about 15 to 20 pounds to lose before I had my final results. That's a lot of weight. But I saw an opportunity. I knew I was passionate about it, and I knew I was already helping people, so I might as well become a coach. And I might as well get that 25% discount because I know I don't want to stop drinking Shakeology because it's helped me so much. And I also know that P90X2 is coming out, and I want a 25% discount when that comes out. So that was my line of thinking when I became a coach. It wasn't, well, I can't share my results on Facebook because I don't have my final results yet. My mentality was, I'm going to get a discount, and I'm already helping people, and I know I can inspire people because I have achieved something that a lot of people would like to achieve. I had lost about 40 pounds. I know I can help someone else do that. So as coaches, our primary purpose is not to be a walking billboard. I just got back from a cruise, the Beachbody Success Club cruise that went down to Jamaica and Atlantis in the Bahamas. If you were on that boat with me, which I hope you are one year on the Success Club cruise, you're going to look around it and you're going to see people and you're going to be like, wait, they're a coach? Like they earned a Success Club trip? They don't even look like a coach. And when we go to Coach Summit here in July, it's the same thing. You see people, you're like, wow, that person is in the top 10? Like how is that even possible? They don't have a six-pack. She doesn't have an Instagram butt. So how is it possible that she's in the top 10 coaches? Okay, coaching is based on your ability to inspire, motivate, hold people accountable to their goals, and really just be that nudge that people need to know to help them understand that they have the potential to do great things. That's what we do as coaches. We're not experts. We're not nutritionists. We're not personal trainers. That's what the Beachbody fitness programs and nutrition guides are for. Those things are awesome. You follow those and you're golden. Our job is to motivate, encourage, kick people in the ass if they need it. Whatever they need, that's our job, is to make sure they reach their goals. My goal is to make sure you reach your goal. It's the same thing when you sign up on our team as a coach. My goal is to make sure you reach your goal as a coach. All right, and lastly, what kind of coach are you? Okay, now this is something that you're going to need to consider. There are three kinds of coaches. The very first one is what we would call a discount coach. So you're drinking your Shakeology and you love Beachbody's products, okay, and you plan on doing future workouts and future programs that come out, and you plan to continue drinking Shakeology, and you sign up as a coach simply for the discount. You don't pursue building relationships with people or helping people or putting together a challenge group. You don't do any of that kind of stuff. You just want the discount. That's what we call a discount coach, and that's fine. A lot of coaches, what's really funny is a lot of the coaches who started out as discount coaches, they often become the most passionate business building coaches because they see the opportunity and they realize how fun it is to help people. Okay, and that leads me into my next type of coach. The second type of coach is what we call a referral coach. And that's what I was. I participated in a challenge group. I was held accountable by my coach. I got great results. I used the products. I became passionate about the products. And I decided, yeah, I want to help people. That sounds like a lot of fun. And I think that could hold me accountable to my own goals too, because I can't tell other people what they should be doing if I'm not doing the same thing. So that was a big part of the reason I was able to push for the amazing results that I got, was because I had a bunch of people that I knew were going to be holding me accountable, because I was telling them, are you following your nutrition plan? Are you doing your workouts? That's what's called a referral coach. Now, a business building coach, usually a business building coach is birthed from the first two, either a discount coach or a referral coach. there are coaches who get into Beachbody because they want to build a business and they want to do so with something they're passionate about. But a lot of people come at it from become a business building coach when they were a discount coach or were a referral coach. They realize how fun it is. They realize the potential, and they say, I'm going to turn this into a business. I am going to put my heart and soul into this and reach my goal by sharing my passion and helping as many people as possible. And that's the third kind of coach, which is a business building coach. And that's it, guys. I know there's a lot of questions out there about coaching, but those are the main ones that people ask me personally. So I hope this call was informative. If you feel by the end of this call that coaching is a right fit for your goals, nobody from my team is going to pressure you into that decision. I want you to be confident that it's a right fit for you and your goals before you say yes to it. Don't say yes just because we said something that was compelling. Although it's compelling and it sounds fun, I want you to be comfortable, and I want you to see the opportunity to do amazing things, provide an amazing opportunity for you and your family through sharing your passion as a coach. With that being said, if this is something you can see yourself doing, or maybe you want to just get started as a coach and maybe ease your way into it, or you want to get launched right out of the gates as a coach, talk to the person who invited you to this call. Right after this call, when we hang up and end the recording, message the person who invited you to this call and say, I want to get started, or let's set up a phone call so we can talk about getting started, what it's going to take for me to do this. And we can discuss your goals with you, and we can start that process. And I hope to be welcoming you to Elevation Coaches in our private Facebook group. So with that, that's our time, guys. Thank you so much for being on the call. And I apologize about the disconnect interruption. That will change tonight. So, all right. Any questions?
Okay. I don't think so. I think you covered it all.
Awesome. All right, guys. Well, I appreciate you taking the time to be on the call and hearing us, hearing me share my passion. And I love you. Appreciate you guys. And hopefully we'll be talking to you soon.
Okay.